John McEnroe thinks Australian Open fans gloat over what they did to Novak Djokovic. Djokovic cleared out of the way for Nadal, says Webster. Sign up for free tennis updates from on and off the court. Subscribe. Invalid email. We use your sign up to provide content in ways you've consented to and to improve our understanding of you. This may include adverts from us and third parties based on our understanding. You can unsubscribe at any time. More info. Novak Djokovic was the overriding favorite to defend his Australian Open title before his visa controversy led to the world number one being deported just hours before the tournament started. Tennis Australia and the Victorian government came under fire for their role in the chaotic situation, and John McEnroe feels Australian fans are now gloating at how the first major of the year has panned out. Related articles. Rafa Nadal vs Daniil Medvedev live, Australian Open final update. Medvedev can steal Djokovic feat in Nadal Australian Open final. Djokovic had even been included in the Australian Open draw before ultimately being told that he wouldn't be able to compete. That opened the door for someone else to win the men's title in Australia for the first time since 2018 when Roger Federer beat Marin Cilic. As ever, there were a few upsets in the early rounds with the likes of Alexander Zverev, Cameron Norrie, and Andrei Rublev knocked out before the second week. Daniil Medvedev lived up to his pre-tournament expectations by reaching his second consecutive Grand Slam final, while Rafael Nadal caught a few by surprise with his 29th career major showpiece. Just in, tennis icon says Nadal, Federer and Djokovic debate could be over. John McEnroe felt bad for Novak Djokovic. The pair are competing in Sunday's showdown, but Saturday belonged to the Australians in more ways than one. Ash Barty won a historic Grand Slam title to become the first Australian to win her home major in 44 years, and that was followed by an all-Australian men's doubles final with Nick Kyrgios and Thanasi Kokkinakis becoming Grand Slam champions. For the first time in their career, the Australian Open crowd were loving the performance of their compatriots, and McEnroe believes Saturday's results would have had many gloating with Djokovic forced to stay home. Don't miss Federer's retirement hint as Nadal targets historic AUS Open triumph. Nadal more relaxed about AUS Open final versus Medvedev than Djokovic. Daniil Medvedev escalated feud with rival can't take him seriously. Trending. Read more. Medvedev backtracks on Djokovic claim ahead of Nadal AUS Open final. If you think about how the tournament started 3 weeks ago when this all train wreck transpired, considering people were all bummed out and this thing appeared to be totally mishandled, we're starting to get info every day on what's going on, he said on Eurosport. But the good news is we have an absolutely fantastic final. Number one. Nadal going for history when he hasn't played for 6 months. The last guy that did that was Roger when he hadn't played for 6 months and won it. Ash Barty won the women's single. The Aussies should be thrilled right now. They're gloating over what they did to Djokovic. Ash Barty won the singles and Kyrgios of all people won the doubles with Kokkinakis. Novak Djokovic is watching the Australian Open from afar. Read more. Medvedev shares Nadal childhood dream ahead of AUS Open final. This is now a chance to see two great players. Nadal can make history and Medvedev is starting to get there. For Nadal, the men's final is his chance to break ahead of Djokovic and Roger Federer as the all-time leader in men's Grand Slam titles won, and Tim Henman believes both his rivals will be watching closely on Sunday. First and foremost, they started out as tennis fans and they're two of the greatest players in the history of our sport, he said. I'd certainly be messaging Roger before the event, and he's always keeping an eye on what's going on in the pre/warm-up events. And during the Australian Open, the trio of Federer, Nadal and Djokovic, they've got so much history and this match is going to add to that. Related articles. Why Daniil Medvedev's wife Daria is tennis world number 2's secret weapon. Roger Federer aware of what's going on with Rafael Nadal at AUS Open. Medvedev eyeing Nadal revenge, but Russian denies Djokovic motive.